Even in harsh conditions, DuPont Tedlar-based backsheets provide greater system lifetime power output and investment returns. Materials matter.
Hello and welcome to this week's PV Tech Newscast. This time we're looking at the factors behind the headlines on signs of an industry recovery. Coming up, Wacker ramping polysilicon production, REC to expand module production in 2013, and Asia-Pacific solar demand to grow 50% this year. Our focus in this newscast relates to the green routes of recovery for the PV industry. In the upstream market, Wacker Chemie has stopped short-time working schedules at its Bergenhausen polysilicon plants and will ramp capacity utilization rates due to renewed demand. Having reduced utilization rates to 80% at the back end of last year, Wacker said it had sold more polysilicon in January 2013 than previously expected, and their recent new order intake was in excess of either inventory or current utilization levels. Norway's Renewable Energy Corporation has reported fourth quarter 2012 revenues of just over $305 million, approximately 12% up on the previous quarter. REC has also increased production of granular solar-grade polysilicon and was able to reduce FBR production costs by 13% in the year. Polysilicon sales also increased 16% in 2012 to over 21,000 metric tons. Module sales were said to be up 19% to 202 megawatts in the fourth quarter. The growth in module production output meant the company was able to reduce costs by 45% year-on-year, beating the ASP decline. In 2013, REC Solar plans to increase module production to 850 megawatts to meet the expected increase in demand, notably from Japan and Asia. Electronics giant Panasonic Corporation has started to ship its HIT modules from its newly established Malaysian production facility, which has been a rare sight over the last 12 months from a major Tier 1 supplier. Located in Kulim High-Tech Park, Kedah, the facility represents the company's first fully integrated solar manufacturing base, producing wafers, cells and modules, and has annual production capacity of 300 megawatts. The manufacturing base was set up in order to help Panasonic to meet the high demand in Japan and growing demand around the world. It's also expected to help the company to strengthen its cost competitiveness through the reduction of transportation costs and the use of local parts and materials. Another sign of the changing landscape is news of equipment orders. As part of its technology roadmap to boost high-efficiency CIGS cells, the Competence Center Thin Film and Nanotechnology for Photovoltaics Berlin, PVcomB, has ordered an active selenization system from Smit Ovens BV. According to Smit Ovens, PVcomB evaluated a range of tools to provide support for its R&D activities, notably in the area of improving selenium and sulfur transport to the substrate during the rapid thermal process. Meanwhile, an unidentified top-tier solar company based in Asia has placed a $5.3 million order with Tempress Systems, a subsidiary of Amtech, for its solar cell diffusion processing tools. The company said the order was in relation to the customer planning to ramp a new multi-hundred megawatt capacity expansion plan. These systems are expected to ship within the next 6 months. And staying with new orders, Intevac has received its first production tool order for its continuous flux ion source, Energy Eye system, from an unidentified Asia-based solar cell manufacturer. The company said the purchase order was a result of a successful evaluation process typically employed with ion implant tools. The use of ion implantation in volume production is very limited, but the technology is seen as an enabler to push cell efficiencies beyond 20%. Shifting attention downstream now, and the Asia-Pacific region is forecast to grow 13.5 gigawatts this year, representing a 50% year-on-year growth rate, according to the latest NPD Solarbuzz quarterly report. 90% of APAC regional demand is concentrated in 4 key countries: China, India, Japan and Australia, with growth expected to be robust this year. Despite uncertainties, the APAC region has become strategically important for a large number of downstream players as the previously dominant European market begins to wane. Meanwhile, the global cumulative capacity of solar PV passed the 100 gigawatt mark last year, according to analysis by the European Photovoltaic Industry Association. Figures published by the body reveal some 30 gigawatt of new capacity was connected in 2012, roughly equaling 2011, a record year for the global PV industry. The total now stands at 101 gigawatts, with a further 1 to 2 gigawatts possible once final figures for 2012 come in. And finally, cumulative UK PV capacity has surpassed the 2 gigawatt mark following a record year of PV installations in 2012. A soon-to-be-released report from NPD Solarbuzz shows PV demand during 2012 reached 965 megawatts, exceeding the record levels seen during 2011. The UK PV market has also made a positive start to 2013, with weekly installations under the FIT scheme approaching 5 to 6 megawatts. So, all in all, some good news on the horizon. But that's all we have time for this week. Thanks for watching.